This egg is cracked open. It's just a couple more kicks away. He's coming.
Wow.
Every time he kicks, it just moves so much. It's so fascinating once he gives a big kick.
Oh, he's splitting it open. He just gave another one. Wow, I feel like it almost cracked open just then.
Must be really super hard work.
I know. He's like exhausted.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. The other one is doing pretty good too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
He's hatching right now. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's a ruin. Chuck, what do you have in your lap? What is that?
What? Me.
So these critical care babies, these are the ones that hatch 24 hours late. I had to help these two hatch out of their shells, and I had to feed them a little bit of sugar water afterwards. But they finally dried off their feathers and they're not too weak anymore. And I think that they have enough energy that they can go back with their brothers and sisters. So let's go reunite them with their brothers and sisters for the first time. Okay, so it's the last bath time of the day, and it's also the first bath time for our little late bloomers. So one of them, you already can't even tell. He's just swimming along. I can't even tell you which one he is. It's one of the black ones. I think it's this guy right here, maybe? But you can tell which one is the other guy. It's this one over here. See, he's not moving as much. When I first laid him in the water, he just kind of plopped over. He was just going to sink to the bottom. The moment he got his head in the water, he felt a little bit better, started drinking some water. Now he's feeling, he can keep himself up without my help. But it took him a while there. I don't know if it's a him or not. I haven't sexed him yet because he's just not strong enough. But he's also looking for a mama. I found that quacking they like the most, of course. We named him Silver, or her, because that guy over there is starving. He's a big boy. He's a big brute. A big, mighty Brutus. Not all of them are named yet. This guy, I'm going to take him out. He's getting a little sad here. Okay, I think they've been swimming long enough. Let's dry them off one by one. So the other day, Jack and I built this mobile chicken coop because we really want to have chickens over here in our garden area back here so that they can scratch and dig up the dirt, but we can't have them free ranging or else they're going to destroy our plants too. So we made this mobile chicken coop over here. But we also noticed that this tiny little bin over here was not adequate enough for the ducklings, which we figured it wouldn't be adequate soon enough anyways. We decided to put the ducklings in the mobile chicken coop while we're not using it. Release the Quacken! Where are they?
Here.
Hello, Quacken! Okay, so should we talk about the ducks?
No.
So let's talk about names and breeds. So there are two kind of breeds here. These two right here, those are called Ruins with the stripes on their face. So Ruins are basically fat domesticated mallards. They cannot fly and they're a lot bigger than mallards, but they look like mallards. Their chicks also look exactly like mallards, except if you look at their eyes, there's two stripes. One that goes through their eye and one below their eye. A Ruin has two stripes. A mallard only has one stripe. So it's really easy to distinguish them when they're babies because of the two stripes. Not always, but usually. The rest of them are blue Swedish ducks. Blue Swedish ducks come in very dark colors. They come in very light colors. And so you'll see here we got two that are more light and then the rest of them are pretty dark. They are distinguishable by the single dot on their chests. So we have 8 ducks total, and originally I only thought 7 of them were going to hatch. The little guy that made it through was this Ruin over here, and his name is Jermaine. He's the friendliest one. He's Jack's favorite. He's the slowest one. When they're all following us in a line, he's always in the back, and I have to watch him extra carefully because he will stop and lag behind and then get completely lost. So not all of them have names, but most of them do. So the 2 Ruins, Jermaine's a boy, the other one's a girl. And Jared originally wanted to name him Brett, but it's not a him, it's a her. So her name is Bretta. There are these 2 light ones in the back, the light blue Swedish. Silver is the one over here, the smaller one with the solid gray feet. Sterling is this one over here, and he does not have solid gray feet. I love how when they get scared, they run over to me. Most of the time, they just like kind of walk away from me and I have to quack to get them to come back. I'm like, what the heck, man? You guys don't like me? But then when they get scared, they always run to me. So it makes me feel better. Who built the duck coop?
Me.
You did? Who else built it?
Me.
Who built the duck coop?
Oh.
All of us did? So right now what I'm doing is I'm just kind of sitting... We're just kind of sitting in front of their door right now. Usually we have to go in there and take them out, but we're hoping that they get used to the door and they start going in and out themselves. So Jack, do you want to tell us about the ducklings?
No.
Which one is your favorite duckling?
Mia.
That one right there?
Mia.
Which one's my favorite? I think I'd have to go with Jermaine. I think he's everyone's favorite. He's the one that just dived. That's Jermaine.
Maya.
He
Maya.
loved diving in fresh water. Is he your duck?
Yeah, Maya.
The other duct tape we had on the pool was getting pretty old and they started trying to eat it, so I had to put on some brand new duct tape. We both did, right, Jack? You helped me put on the tape to cover all the holes?
Yeah.
Do you want to tell them about the holes we fixed?
Howard.
Can you show them?
Howard.
Yeah, is there any other ones?
Howard.
That's the hole that I didn't see, and I said we're all done, and then Jack pointed out that we missed a hole. That's the one you helped me cover.
No.
So I have a short little lesson that I learned that I figured I'd share with you guys in case you don't know, but I'm sure quite a lot of you do know. I did not. Did you see them swimming underwater? So when the ducklings were first hatched, I noticed in the first couple days that a couple of them every once in a while would seem like they had something stuck in their throat. And I did the regular dipping their beaks in water so that they could eat, washing their noses out, and they always seemed fine. And so I did some research on it. And then I also noticed that their crops were never completely full. And long story short, I did some research on it. And it turns out that yes, you should feed chick starter to your ducklings, which I already am. But what I was not told and what I did not find immediately was that you should also add water into your chick starter and make like a mushy soup for the ducks, because what happens is that ducks like to drink water with their food. So when you give them something like chick starter, it will sit in their crop, and then when they go over to drink food, it will swell inside of their crop, and it can, and then they can choke. Do you need help? You fell into a hole. You're not even in a hole. So today I thought that it would be good to show you guys. The ducks are a little more than a week old and they've grown a lot. So I thought you guys maybe would want an update. I'm out here in my robe in the morning like... So Jacko and I are about to go release the ducks. It's 8 o'clock in the morning and they are ready to get out here. They really enjoy walking down our farm rows in the morning and eating the bugs off the plants, and I'm really happy they enjoy it because that's exactly why we got them. So let's let them out of their little chicken coop tractor brooder here. Release the Kraken! Back up so they can come out. Okay, time to go to the farm rows, ducks. Come on, ducklings. Come on, ducklings. Come on, ducklings. Let's go to the farm rows. Go to the farm rows. Jack, come back. Come to Mama. Come faster. Ducklings! Come on. Come on, ducklings. Ducklings, let's get going. We gotta go eat some bugs. There's a hawk up there watching us, or a vulture watching the ducklings. He just landed. This is why we need a guard goose. Buddha is over here on lookout, barking at it. Come on, ducklings. They really like the kale plants. It's like their own little jungle down there. And I really like that they stay nice and hidden from this guy up there.
Yum.
Flying away now. Jack, put him down. So the ducklings have grown double in size. They're huge now, and I'm so happy at the growth progress they're making. They really enjoy my voice, so they always come running. And they do such a good job at eating all the bugs off of our plants. Jermaine is over here. He's still the smallest little guy, but he's still doing a great job. And he's finally starting to keep up with the pack when they're running. Before, I used to have to stop and go really slow because Jermaine would lag behind, and we'd have to turn around and get him, and at the end, I would have to pick him up anyways. But now he's finally starting to be able to run with the pack. The thing I thought was the most cutest is that Jermaine and Silver were really weak ducks, and I was really concerned that the other ducklings would try and hurt them. I was really concerned that the other ducklings would try and hurt them because they were so weak. And so I was really pleasantly surprised when I came back and noticed that Jermaine and Silver were the two ducks that they always kept in the middle of their pile. And every once in a while, Silver would get left behind, but when she would get left behind, Jermaine would always stay to make sure that there was someone with her. So the ducklings look like they're about done eating off the farm row, so let's go give them a bath. No hole, Buddha. Don't dig a hole. Come on, Jack. You see how Jermaine stays in the back, but he's actually able to keep up now. It's been a little too cold for them to really care about swimming and diving into the water, but they still enjoy it. Okay, so we removed the rubber mats and we gave the floor a quick spray down, and now let's put the rubber mats back in. Okay, so we put down clean rubber mats, we put down new bedding, and we gave them new bedding inside of their little nest over here. We gave them new food, fresh water, and their water is sitting on the open area of the floor. That way it can fall to the bottom instead of getting the rest of their bedding wet. Although I do need to move this mat over a little bit more. I opened the door to let them out, but they're all just kind of chilling.